Okay, I'm just going to jump into the energies as I see it because I'm picking up on a divine masculine here who wants to make some kind of confession. They're unhappy, and I feel like you know this, divine feminines, but you're looking in the other direction, and maybe that's why they're wanting to confess it or validate it for you, because it has something to do with, like, you know, you've made your bed, now lie in it kind of energy. You know, it's like he's unhappy with the bed that he's made for himself. And, you know, when it really boils down to that saying, it's dealing with, like, the consequences of your actions, you know, dealing with almost like the bad consequences of your action, because you went into that knowing that it wasn't what you ideally wanted. It's this feeling of settling or going along with what the status quo is, or just what everybody else is doing at the time. Like, you know what this energy is about, being unhappy? Like, I almost feel like someone's kicking rocks right now because they're comparing their life to you, divine feminine. You are living in freedom. You're living in your own purpose. I feel, though, they didn't want to do the work that it took to live now in your own purpose. They didn't want to ostracize themselves from the group. My apologies. They didn't want to... They didn't want to be on their own. They didn't want to be in solitude. They didn't want to explore their spiritual gifts. They would have rather join the group, join the bandwagon, because it felt comfortable there, right? Nobody wants the crowd pointing their fingers at them. You know, you divine feminine, you're a whole nother story. You know, you welcome the crowd to point their finger at you, right? Because what do we talk about, right? When somebody's pointing their finger at you, guess how many are pointing right back at them? So many of you understood this very early on. So you were almost eager to go on your spiritual journey, whereas a lot of your divine masculines may have hesitated to do that because it's scary. I mean, you really do end up looking like the oddball out of the group. But again, some of you who are in this divine feminine energy, it's very clear to you that this was your assignment and this was your mission work. There was no sending you to Earth and having you forget all about it. A lot of you were like, I ain't forgetting shit. Let's do this, baby. I keep seeing this ship. I don't know if it's like sonic energy. That could be very significant to some of you. But I just keep seeing two people in a spaceship ready to go to Earth, and somebody is really just scared to take off, whereas the divine feminine is just like, yo, like, which button do we press? So that is basically the repercussions now of somebody choosing to either hesitate or not even go on the mission at all, or they went on the mission late, and now it is like a lonely travel through space. So I don't know, somebody is hoping that you are going to be down there on Earth navigating or doing the whole GPS thing to help get them there. Otherwise, I feel like, you know, they've made their bed and now they're having to lie in an uncomfortable situation. They're having to be ostracized from the group now anyway, right? They're having to learn to be on their own now anyway. I feel like all of the things that they held on to in place of acknowledging this connection with you, divine feminine, like, I see many of them feeling so much regret, and this is like years later in their life as they look back, because they can't let go of this connection with you. The romantic feelings haven't gone anywhere. In fact, it's grown because they've observed you on your journey, and you just continue to become more and more magnetic, because now the journey's bringing in the blessings, right? You got your ass whooped, divine feminine. Many of you got your asses kicked on the journey, but you mastered to learn how to take a hit. When you were ready to hit back, though, was another story, right? So they're looking at you in this Mike Tyson type of energy. Mike Tyson could be significant to some of you as I mention it. You know, you're ready to fight back and you're not going down. You're not losing. So you're just here sitting in all of this confidence, and I feel like someone is now dealing with the repercussions of a lot of their choices. They've made their bed and now they have to lay in it. So let's just see what kind of things they want to reveal through some of the cards that will come out. And again, divine feminine, some of this energy may be creeping into your energy, your space, telepathy. The songs could be coming through where, you know what, I did write down a song, Synchronicity, I was hearing last night. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know If I can face it again. Okay. Can't stop now. Oh, look at the spaceship reference. I've traveled so far to face. Oh, what is it? To change this? Does he say to face this lonely life? To change this lonely life? I want to know what love is. Boom. Okay, so... Oh my God, look at that. The violin playing. Music. I know you can show me. I did not do that on purpose, guys. It was just at the bottom of the deck. I want to feel what love is. My man's like, yeah, sing it, sing it. Isn't that a synchronicity, okay? So synchronization. Because I was about to say, too, like, a lot of you could be picking up on whatever changes they could be going through. A lot of this regret energy also in the form of, like, song synchronicities. And that's how you'll know that they're not really happy with a lot of the choices that they've made. Like I'm telling you guys, like, look out for song synchronicities that do talk about, like, you know, I bailed on you, or like the mask, they didn't want to take off the mask. Whereas you snatched it right off your face, okay? And they feel like it's unfair, Divine Feminines. You had some intel. You knew something. But the regret comes from, yeah, I did know, and I did try to tell you. I tried to tell you. I came into your life and I dropped that twin flame code and you laughed at the code, right? You joined the group and you laughed at me too, right? So I had to go down to the basement, get all grungy. And this is the taking the hit while you're down, Divine Feminine, right? Imprisonment, damp. Everybody looking at you like you're the crazy one, right? Check her into the mental asylum. Get her locked up, yo. She's crazy. Okay, all of these are flashbacks that they're having. Remember, we talked about the flashback energy in some of these readings, right? It's replaying like a little story, right? They'll be making their morning coffee, and then it's like, boom, stirring the coffee. And they're in this like vision for like 8.26 seconds where... there was a moment where, yeah, you might have brought up the whole twin flame thing and they might have laughed at you, poked fun at it in some way, or just decided to use it to manipulate the situation, manipulate your feelings. You know, they didn't know that you had the intel, the inner armor. You might have took some hits, sure, but you certainly knew some remedies to get yourself to bounce back and continue on your way. So he's aware of this now. Okay, maybe he's in this basement energy now. And that's what he's wanting you to know, that it doesn't feel good wherever it is he's at because it's uncomfortable. You know, it's like somebody, like, I'm hearing also too, like this is where they're at in terms of their environment also. Imprisonment. Now they're facing all of these... I want to say like darker energies. Like basement is just giving me like old and trapped, and you can't elevate. No matter what it is you do, you can't seem to elevate. As fast as you're making money, you're losing it or you're squandering it, or you can't seem to separate yourself from people that just bring you bad luck or keep you held down in this space. Okay, many of them may want to travel. They may want to move. I'm hearing they may want to move out. But with basement energy, there's a feeling of being stuck right now. It's like having to pay their penance, or penance is a word. Like you got to pay your dues for those decisions that you made. Maybe the scales have to balance. Like somebody could be stuck at a job right now. They're stuck in some kind of lease or living arrangement where they have no choice but to wait for that to finish. And I'm hearing that every day that they wake up, it really does feel like, you know, maybe the uncomfortable bed part, like now I really do have to lay at night. I have trouble sleeping. I can't operate in the same space as the person that I chose to laugh at you with. You know, now it's not a laughing matter anymore. They're having trouble finding joy in some kind of contract that they signed up for. I'm seeing that the illusions have faded out. The illusions have faded away. Dreams come true. Get what you want. They could be hoping for a miracle. This is why many of you are picking up on the telepathy, Divine Feminines. I feel like your energy, you could be experiencing a lot of miracles. This is something that could be keeping their head above water. Because right underneath that, we do have I'm sorry. It's like they gave away their gift, the unspoken apology, eternal regret. I'm seeing that now someone is seeing that they're either hoping for a miracle to get out of this basement situation, or now they're starting to see the miracles that are occurring for you on the journey for staying true to your path. Because I have a feeling that whatever you guys are experiencing now, like, first of all, you may be very distant from them. They're not in your space right now because of this basement energy. I feel like anything karmic that was weighing them down started to affect your vibration, Divine Feminine, and by some grace of God, by some miracle, you were taken out of that situation. You are living that dreams come true. Whatever it is you're doing because of your talents, your spiritual gifts. In fact, I did see the talent card somewhere here, after I had dropped the synchronization card, the talent card was right under it. Whatever it is you are doing right now, Divine Feminines, it's bringing in whatever it is you desire, whatever it is you want. I'm hearing the bed that you made for yourself. It's comfortable. Wherever you're sitting, you're comfortable. And I'm hearing comfortable in your own skin. Many of you are truly, I'm hearing living in your purpose, and you're able to do it with just being who it is you are. Conspiracy theorist or not, I'm hearing that a lot of these conspiracy theories or a lot of the spiritual beliefs that you had very early on are proving to be true, including this twin flame journey here. Many people in your Divine Masculines community, as well as yours, any of the karmic energies in yours as well, are seeing you go through some kind of miracle or shift, and you built your way out of the basement. That's what it is. You found your way out, and that's what this whole energy of laying in their bed now has to do with. How did you make your way out? How did you get out of the basement? You built yourself stairs some way, somehow. You have somebody now looking for materials to get out of a sticky situation that they've put themselves in. Okay, so a lot of action energy coming from the masculines. Let's see, what's one thing that they wish that they could communicate to you? What's one thing about this connection that they wish to confess or communicate? Okay, so this true love energy, maybe that's why I'm sorry is coming out. With true love as well, I'm seeing that the connection between the both of you and the energies that many of the masculines are feeling now, and what I'm getting with what they're feeling now is, I missed out on you. I missed out on my miracle. If the Divine Feminine back in this energy here, I feel like everybody judged you, and they judged you too quick. Remember I shared a reading about people celebrating too soon? This is what this whole thing is all about. The bed that somebody initially made for themselves, they thought that that was good enough. I'm hearing that somebody thought that they could just throw the sheets there and it kind of, throw the pillows. When you make your bed and you just kind of flop the sheets and the pillows might be here and you toss the pillows, whereas you were very careful on your journey with how it is you made your bed. I feel like that is the miracle that many people are seeing come through for you. It's like life is either easy for you, or the twin flame journey for you, Divine Feminine, is proving to be true, because I'm hearing that you still acknowledge it somehow or some way. And many people are quiet at this time, wondering how they themselves get out of that basement energy. There's some kind of magic around you because of this whole true love, this romance of a lifetime that once triggered, I want to say, a crowd of people, is now proving to be the way out of this basement energy. I'm hearing, for those of you who will find this reading, people are now starting to see the magic in your twin flame journey, whereas in the beginning, they may have laughed at it. And again, I'm going to reiterate that it was your masculine also joining this bandwagon of people that they didn't want this journey to work out for you both. That's why I'm getting a lot of eternal regret here, because with not wanting this journey to work out, that's where many of your masculines are now seeing that that's the bed that they made that they have to lay in. They have to be without their miracle. And guess who's the laughing stock now? Because everybody's turned their backs, right? Your masculines aren't where they want to be. That's this unhappy energy that I'm picking up on. You were the keys to all of the success that they were waiting on. Everybody that was holding them back, they're now looking at them as, they're okay, I'm just going to say it how I'm getting it, okay? The scales balanced. When you came into the picture, Divine Feminines, I feel like your masculines would have been here in terms of like the 3D world, status, money, just their image, their social influence. And you came into the picture, but you were down here. But that was a cloak. It was a cloak, okay? The universe was like, let's see what'll happen. But instead of staying steady and being true to the love and attraction that they felt, despite the fact that you were wearing a cloak, the cloak represented everything that society would have pointed at. That was like, ew, oh my God, no. So your masculines, instead of deciding to say like, you know, that's wrong, don't judge a book by its cover, I want to break away from those types of attitudes and come over here, they decided to stay here. And then what the universe did was make you go, and, you know, you took off that cloak and you was like, you know, I don't know, Wonder Woman, I don't know, pick any superhero you could possibly think of, okay? So that was the whole big aha moment, I feel, on this journey. That was this whole big miracle that ended up happening was, you know, that was the oh shit moment, okay? So that's just how I'm getting it, guys. Like, you know, somebody somewhere is just kind of laying around with their head down thinking like, how did I miss that? How did I make my bed in this way and now I've just got to lay in this energy? Okay? They're confessing that to you, that's what's going on with them right now. All right? That's what I have for this one. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.